Hello, hello, and welcome to this full moon in Capricorn ceremony this evening. I am Safrianna Luna, the Queer Spirit Guide, and delighted as always to be doing this work with you. It has been a doozy of a few weeks with a lot of big energy moving in the collective. So we're gonna be doing a lot of releasing today, like more releasing than normal, but let's just get situated to start with and say hi. Feel free to say hi in the chat. Let us know where you are tuning in from, whether you are watching the replay or you are here with me live. And just feel free to be real, like what is on your heart, and what have you accomplished over these last 2 weeks. Like if you want to drop something in the chat in particular, I would love to hear what energies come forward for you over the last 2 weeks, what you've accomplished, what has really come forward for you, because we've been in this really interesting sort of Capricorn chapter here in the middle of the summer, and it's been really interesting. So just to orient a little bit, this is our second full moon in Capricorn in a row. And the last one also was the full moon along with the summer solstice. And so there was just a ton of energy coming forward. And this particular uh, full moon is like almost like this window of time, and now we're coming to the end of this sort of summer solstice Capricorn energy pressure cooker. And it's going to end on Sunday, or at least this Capricorn is kind of coming to a close on Sunday, and hopefully that is going to shift the energy in some big ways, because it has been a lot, my friends. So welcome. Hi Bobby, good to see you. Hi Ike, good to see you. Yes, there has been this like weird stagnant energy that has been all over the collective right now. And there has been a lot of tension. There has been a lot of conflict, like inner conflict and outer conflict. We've seen a lot of things coming like a boil to the surface to really be let out. And that's why I'm really feeling this need to go deep into the releasing tonight. Welcome, Meg. Yeah, all the stuff like job searching Meg is bringing up, soul searching, processing emotions. Oh, sending you big love. Yeah, there's so much right now that's really coming up for us to look at and get really like curious about, of specifically what helps us feel secure, what helps us feel stable, what helps us feel like we are loved, both conditionally and unconditionally, but like what helps us feel loved, and what's coming up in our work life, our vocation, our legacy. Like that's really implied by Capricorn, but we're also in Cancer season right now, which brings in this sort of home life and emotions, very much sort of at odds with that Capricorn energy. So when we put all of this together, we're really being called into this time of renewal, because there's also some funky stuff going on with Pluto. Now, I'm not an astrologer, and I don't do all of the the conjuncts and the angles and all of that. But my general understanding is that Pluto is also having a relationship with this full moon that's really bringing transformation and renewal to the surface. And so with the Cancer energy, with the Capricorn energy, with the Pluto energy, with the Mars energy that's really bringing this conflict to the surface, where are we ready to let go of stuff? Where are we ready to let go of stuff that we do not need anymore, so that we can invite in a better, higher, more aligned, more in tune with our soul's energy? And if you know your chart, I use CoStar, the app CoStar. If you know your chart, like go look where you have Capricorn and see what houses or area of your chart is ruled by Capricorn. And that might give you an indicator of where you need to look at letting stuff go. So just some things I've observed as I'm sort of reading from, expert astrologers, and also just noticing this collective energy. Again, it's been a very high charged conflict full, unfortunately, time where a lot of us are coming to a head with sort of what is right for us. So With all that in mind, we're going to jump in and we're going to do what we always do. So, just in case this is your first time, we've just been sort of orienting here. We're now going to set some intentions, and I do have a survey out right now. I will try to pop that in the chat, but one of the bits of feedback from the survey was, how do I set an intention? So I have some little intention starter statements here. If you want to pick one that kind of gets your mind going, but when you set an intention, it can really be an intention for anything, and some ways you can get the brain going is like, in the coming weeks, I intend to, I commit to, I'm ready to, I choose to, I'm becoming, I welcome. Just something, what are you calling in, or what are you letting go of, and really focusing on letting go of over the next 2 or so weeks as we go to the dark face of the moon and into this waning chapter. So let's just pause here for a moment. If you have a notebook, I've got my notebook. I do this right along with you. So we'll set some intentions. Then we will do an extended energy clearing today. Then we will do a little guided visualization meditation. And then I will draw some cards for the collective. So let's just start with, we're at this buck moon. It is a buck moon in Capricorn. It's happening on Sunday, but we are already in Capricorn now. So we really have this beautiful full moon weekend. Maybe you even think of an intention for just this weekend. I intend this weekend to let go of all the shit that's holding me back, or, whatever's coming up for you. Or maybe your intention is over the next 2 weeks, but just right here in this moment, what's really on your heart? What are you ready to do? What are you ready to let go of? What are you inviting more of in your life? So feel free to jot that down. I'm going to do the same. And if you'd like to share your intention in the chat, please feel free. And again, these intentions can be for anything, but I welcome, I lovingly let go of, I intend to, just an I statement about what you're calling in or what you're releasing, so that you really let the universe know what you're working with. And I'll share mine here in a moment. So on the note of funky energy, I had some interesting moments in life today. Just being a content creator and live streamer, and I had to set some big energetic boundaries afterwards. And so my intention is to really stand in my visibility mindset and release pain associated with being seen and continue standing in my power. Setting these intentions, it's always very interesting to me to flip back through my notebook and kind of see what I intended at prior moments and to see what really came true. And at the new moon this month, I really intended to step into radical rest and allow myself to carry the energy of my sabbatical forward. And I've been doing a lot of blogging and reflecting on the moon ceremonies and just how much like having these touch points really allows me to step into my power in a new way and allows me to stay present through these anchor points to the changes in my life. So I really, last time we met with Crab and it said to keep going and anchor home in the body, I do feel like I've been doing that over the last 2 weeks. So I'm excited. And as we move into this waning period, to really release the pain that has come up. So I will be checking the chat for any intentions that come through, but we're going to dive into this clearing because, like I said, I got the call from Spirit before I got on, like, whoa, we need to really, really clear some of this big stuff. So I am going to be smoke cleansing on my side. If you wish to join in clearing your own energy, know that I'm doing this on your behalf and doing it on behalf of the collective, anyone at a soul level who's ready to release energy. But you can shake it out. You can get your own smoke cleansing bundle. You can use a mister. You can use sound, whatever is right for you. So let's dive into some release. We need this release. So just an invitation here. If you're still writing down your intentions, that's totally fine. But just begin to anchor into the breath a little here. Really noticing the inhale filling up the body and the exhale releasing, letting go. I like to say that when we inhale, we're calling ourselves home. When we exhale, we're letting it all go. Anything that doesn't belong to us, anything that is not of us, we're just letting it go. Oh, releasing, releasing, releasing here on behalf of the collective. I'm seeing there are all these sort of sticky tangle threads, like a very large ball of yarn that rolled through a ton of muck and then tried to wrap itself around everything. There was this interesting wave of energy that's come in over the last few weeks that has felt really just muddy and unpleasant and uncomfortable for many of us. So if you resonate with that, let it go. It's time to begin letting that yucky, mucky feeling go. Yeah, you might want to sigh it out here. And just acknowledging anything that's been heavy, anything that has felt challenging, impossible to work with over the last few weeks. Letting that go now. Maybe there's been tension in a relationship, tension with a family member or a loved one. If so, forgive, forgive, forgive where you can. Breathe it in. And let it go. I'm really seeing here as we release, if you can tune in to a vibration of either love, if you can go all the way there, or simply neutrality. Just noticing where there is any sticky or stagnant charge and just really seeing where you can let it go, blow it out. Sometimes I see these sticky points in the body like cobwebs that are just kind of cluttering it up in there. So you might even envision yourself letting those cobwebs go, sweeping them out. The smoke coming in and cleansing it out, or water, one of your guides. However you wish to see yourself, really cleansing yourself gently, 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 with the most compassion, letting go of anything that's really been bothering you lately, anything that's been holding you back. Just really letting go here. And remembering that letting go, releasing is a constant process. That is why we always come back to the release. It's my favorite and possibly most important part of these moon ceremonies, because we need to continually release what doesn't belong to us. It's like we're wandering through the forest, going through life, and along the way we pick up all this stuff. Reminds me of I waded into the garden the other day because some thistles got out of hand and there was a wildflower that had burrs on it, and as I waded my way in, the burrs got stuck to my clothing, and it took me probably 25-30 minutes to get most of the burrs off of my clothing afterwards. Didn't mean to pick it up, but I did. So there's all kinds of messages, beliefs, stories, negative energies, just stuff that doesn't belong to us that we pick up along the way, and we are letting that shit go. I'm getting the sense that we're going to be doing some more clearing as we go into the guided visualization meditation here. But right now, just seeing if you can relax your shoulders even that much more. And if you haven't already done so here, maybe wiggle the limbs out, shake the hands. I'm going to put my smoke cleansing bundle down so I can do that myself. Just letting it go, maybe sweeping the aura. Oh, let it go, let it go, let it go. And all that collective junk, all that big stuff that's out of your control, it's not yours to handle. It's not yours to do. You get to focus on really coming back into the highest vibration of love for yourself. And to do that, I think we're going to face some storms tonight. So we're going to go into the guided visualization and meditation here. And I always like to give some caveats before we begin. So you are a sacred sovereign being. You get to receive this however is right for you. So as I am channeling and dropping us in, you are welcome to do whatever you need to do for you. So if you need to journal and have your eyes open, if you want to do a sketch in your sketchbook, if you want to dance, if you want to scream in your own room, right? Like let the energy out, you get to do that. This space welcomes that and allows for it. So you get to move this energy through however you need to. And as I'm moving the energy through, light language may come through. If you hear me speaking in a non-English language, that's just light language. And these are just frequencies or vibrations meant to help uplift, activate, or clear out further energies. And as I said, it's like Spirit's just like, you got to clear this shit out. So we're gonna drop in to the heart space here. And whether you keep the eyes opened or closed, up to you. But I am going to go ahead and drop in. So again, staying in a relationship with your breath here. Knowing you can come back to that exhale anytime to really let go of anything that isn't yours that might start to creep in. Or any thoughts that arise that you realize are not yours, any pains, you just get to blow them out. But otherwise, we're just going to use the breath as an anchor to sink into the body here, to begin to have a relationship in this present moment with the body. So as you breathe in your own way here, just noticing the expansion and the collapse, that rise and fall of the breath. And just allowing yourself here to sink like a stone from the consciousness of the mind, down from the head into the heart space, moving your awareness from that thinking mind into the feeling, opening heart. And from this space, just beginning to recall a loving moment, an unconditional loving moment or unconditional loving feeling. If you don't have a memory that springs to mind immediately, you can always imagine a beloved animal companion. Just something that really brings up this sense of unconditional, powerful love. And know that I'm holding this energy with and for you. And we'll open a portal in the heart here. And this portal of the heart opens up to a body of water, a scene with a beautiful, large body of water. It might be a lake, it might be an ocean, but something with depth. And as it begins to come through for you, whether you see it, sense it, just know it's there. Receiving this body of water, step through the portal in your own way and own time to begin to take in the scene. And just noticing here if it's night or day, noticing if presently the weather is calm, or tumultuous, just noticing what's here. And if you work with any angels, ancestors, guardians, or guides, or a higher power, you are welcome to call them in here to be with you. And just opening to what is here in this present moment. But as you look to the sky, you see a storm is brewing, clouds darkening, flashes of heat lightning in the sky. You can see this storm is imminent, that soon there will be winds and downpours. The atmosphere is crackling, dense with energy. And as you observe this weather, this sense of safety comes over you as you know that you are safe from this. It's not here to harm you, but it is here reflecting a larger energy and a readiness to clear, to discharge this energy. And as you observe this storm rolling in, you are suddenly greeted by the face of a goat rising out of the body of the water. And as you look closer, you see that this goat has a fishtail. It is the sea goat of mythology, the symbol of Capricorn. And this peculiar guide offers this energy of absolute wisdom, stability, adaptability, strength. And they reveal to you that the safety is actually down in the water. That down in the depths of the cleansing, cool water is where you will weather this storm. So how will you delve into the water? You might transform into a sea goat. You might shapeshift into another form of fish. You might sprout gills, or you might put on some sort of scuba gear. But you know that it's time to go into the depths with the sea goat, to see what is there under the surface, to see what is there beneath the storms, beneath the energy that's been rising. You move into the water now, or at your own pace, with this mythical sea goat companion leading the way. And just noticing any emotions arising here in this moment as you witness this guide or your greater team. As you step into and submerge yourself in the water, feeling it cleansing every single pore of your being. And as you begin to swim through the water, if you look behind you, you see just this almost smoky, smoggy like energy beginning to trail off, dissipate in the wake of you swimming forward. And that beautiful body of water just alchemizes it, turns it to glitter, which rises to the surface and dissipates into the storm. And you keep swimming, shedding layers and layers and layers of what doesn't belong to you, sloughing off this energy as you swim forward with the sea goat. They guide you through the underwater sites, whether there's sand or rock or coral or other fish, just taking you on this little side adventure, this little side quest to see what's under the storm. And you're swimming just close enough to the surface that you can see that storm system shimmering through. You can see the impact on the water surface. You can see the energy of the lightning You can see the energy of the celestial body, the sun or the moon overhead, all shimmering down, filtered through into the darkness of this water. There's something here, something underneath the surface of the storms you weather, that it's really time to let go of. It's time to alchemize. It's time to get serious about it. That's this Capricorn wisdom here. It's time to take action, to do something, to release something you've held yourself back from because you're afraid of the storms of life. What have you been holding yourself back from? And what are you ready to release? Allowing the alchemy of this experience, knowing that you're here swimming with the sea goat, your energy being purified with every stroke through the water. Clearing, clearing, clearing. The water purifying, cleansing. Sea goat supporting your angels, ancestors, guardians, or guides there. Just feeling how underneath the surface of this storm, there is a sense of calm, of healing, of inner peace. Allowing yourself to let go into the water, let go, let go, let go, let it be transmuted by the water. Huyanaya oikatatayo ishnamaya. Huyanaya katayo. Nia oikatai. Letting go, letting go, letting go, transmuting gently. This is such a gentle transmutation. The water caressing your skin. The water gliding over your energy, just perfectly plucking out what doesn't serve you any longer. Letting go, letting go, letting go. Nya koyananatayu shnayo kataya. Niyo katayo shnayo enanai kata. Letting go, letting go, letting go. You might wish to swim even deeper, to sink down into these depths, to see if there is a gem, a prize for you to excavate, something symbolic for you to retrieve, something meant for you nestled in the darkness there. Perhaps goat takes you right to it. Perhaps you have to search, just allowing yourself to see if anything wishes to be brought back to the surface with you. Kutaya katatayo shtamayanayo katayana. Ya katataush tamakatiyo kotatayana. Hoyanana koyananayushto. Allowing yourself to swim down deeper, finding your prize, or just finding solitude, finding that pure energy of self that exists when we pull away. We pull away far enough from the noise, from the chaos, to see ourselves, to feel ourselves, to be ourselves. And whatever you have gained here, just beginning to gently spiral swim toward the surface, seeing any last remnants, anything holding you back, anything that is holding you back from integrating the brilliance that you bring into the world, integrating the lessons you've learned in the past weeks, anything holding you back from really stepping into this next chapter of life, clear that out now. Clear it out. Let it go. Swimming back to the surface, seeing the last residual bits, anything hesitant, resistant, unneeded energies, just letting it go now. And as you and the sea goat emerge back at the surface of the water, you see that the storm is rolling out. And as you come back to land, you see on the shore some form of message. It might just be a word written in sand or dirt. It might be a sign, but what message is here for you as you emerge into this next chapter of being? And just receiving that. And if you don't see a message, just know that here is unconditional love for you, that you are breaking through into new levels of being. And there's something with the voice here. There is some new level of speaking up for what you believe in, for standing your ground, for drawing your boundaries, something with your throat chakra opening, expanding, allowing you to be more truthful, more empowered, and really, really speak your truth and your needs and your boundaries out into the world. Claim that now if it's right for you. And then just turning back to the water, thanking the element of water for its gift of cleansing, its gift of showing us the emotions, flowing with the emotions. Thanking the sea goat, thanking your angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides, your higher power, your higher self. And thanking yourself, the present you here in this moment, for showing up to do the work. And if it feels good to do so here, as the portal to your heart opens back up and you step fully back into the body, you might bring your hands to heart center. And you might just breathe in another moment of this unconditional love, feeling my unconditional love for you, feeling the collective's unconditional love for you. Just knowing that you are important, you are needed, you are beautiful, you are love. And wiggling the fingers and toes here. And if you have not already done so, opening the eyes to take in the space. All right. It is that time, friends, to jot down anything that came through for you. I came out of the water and I just had this big sign that said keep going. So that's what I'm jotting down. But great time to write down any observations that came through during this meditation. I always love to hear what comes through for people. I'm reading some private comments of what came through from people. Yes, going into that water, really feeling that cleansing. I love the element of water. I love all the elements. If you don't know, I have been obsessed with the classical four elements since I was a little kid and started collecting Snapple bottles when Snapple did the Snapple Elements series. I would have been a sponsor for those Snapple Elements. They were, I wrote so many stories inspired by those bottles because it was my introduction when I was a baby earth spiritualist and didn't know why I was drawn to the concept of lightning and fire and air and water and, all of these different forces of nature. But it all makes sense now. So we're going to do a little collective reading here. And I'm just going to breathe here a moment as we finish jotting stuff down, taking in that sea goat experience. It doesn't even feel like, it feels like yesterday and forever ago that we had that Capricorn full moon summer solstice meditation and got to experience a goat. So it was a delight to see sea goat. All right. So I'm pulling tonight from the Keepers of the Light deck. This is another Kyle Gray deck. If you know, I'm a big fan of Kyle Gray, so Keepers of the Light. And when I was tuning in and seeing what deck wanted to be worked with tonight, Keepers of the Light came out, and I heard the keepers just saying, we're here, we're here, we're here. Please lean on us. Please use us. Please call on us. And even if you're not, this is not for, like, you have to be a specific religion or believe in anything spiritually to use the symbolism of a particular archetypal figure. Right. So whether you believe them to be gods or goddesses or saints or just mythological beings, the symbolism is there for you to work with and to really step into, like, that archetype in yourself. So let's see who wants to work with us. All right. So we have Archangel Michael. So as we navigate this chapter of, I'm going to call it tumultuous energy, right? Those storms that are roiling on the surface of the collective. Archangel Michael is here to help you know that you are safe, that you can come home back into you, into your body, into your spirit. And he is here to help you cut cords of anything that doesn't serve you anymore. So he's really keeping this cleansing energy going. And my strong invitation to you, this is the intention I set for myself actually before I came on live, is to take this weekend to be in deep cleansing and to really embrace the energy of this full moon because it's very potent. And like I said, it's the second Capricorn moon that we have this year. It's in a row. It's a very rare occurrence, or it happens, once a year. And the fact that it's in Capricorn this year just, I think, really says, like, get stable, get serious. Your legacy is important. You need to protect it. Cut out anything that is keeping you from embracing the fullness of who you are. So allow the miracle to occur. Michael is saying, allow the miracle to occur. He has your back. You can call on him and work with him. Kuthumi. And Kuthumi here is really tuning us into that inner wisdom. And I see this, we just dove down deep into the water. And I often associate water and emotions with wisdom, right? That feeling, that lived, felt sense. And Kuthumi here is saying, you have the wisdom within you. You have the answers within you. Just as these images arose out of prompts or your own inner guidance, right? You have the answers within you that you need. So you don't have to keep seeking it from outside. You don't have to keep seeking it from, society or authority figures. You get to follow your heart and listen to the inner promptings of your wisdom. And then I am so delighted that Lord Ganesha has come up here. And it's fun because he's actually been a guide that I have been working with pretty exclusively almost over the last 2 weeks. He came in for me first when I was in my early 20s. And was doing a ritual, a ceremony, because I needed to pass my teacher's exams and I wanted to do it on my first try. And I was just calling on anybody who would listen, like, please help me do this thing. And Ganesha's name dropped into my mouth as I was channeling. And he is such a delight to work with. He is clearing the obstacles for you. You get to say, like, I am ready to have these obstacles cleared. You get to call in this power of infinite abundance within you and without you. And Ganesha is here to help you expand that spiritual connection. Again, even if this is just an archetype to you, it's not a figure of import, or, you don't put any stock in this. Like, how are you clearing your obstacles? Right? How are you making this spiritual connection more yours? Because you have the answers within you that you need. You know the spiritual path that you need to walk. So, wow. That was a lot of energy. And I, as always, will encourage you to reach out if there's anything that you want to share that came up for you. A lot of people do that privately. I completely understand. That is why I've designed the space the way that I have, so people can, like, really participate at the level that is right for them and have that privacy if they need that privacy too. So I hope that you feel nourished and just unconditionally loved, and know that infinite abundance is yours. You have the wisdom within you, and you get to trust in your own vision of heaven on earth. You get to trust that you are safe and that your angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, higher power are standing with you, that your higher self is leading you exactly where you need to go. So I am sending you all so much love. We will be back for another new moon ceremony soon. And if this has been helpful for you and you have the means and would like to do so, please feel free to donate, since these are free and we would love to keep. I just love doing this with you. So let's keep doing it together. Let's keep showing up and honoring the moon and pausing into presence and just show up for each other as we have been. It's been really beautiful. So, thank you so much for being here with me. I will see you back here in about 2 weeks, and have a really nourishing full moon weekend. All right, clear it out, let it go, use this opportunity. There's definitely some big cosmic energy on the horizon that we can ride the waves of. So, until next time, my loves, I'm Safrianna Luna, the Queer Spirit Guide. Bye for now.